Hello YouTube, welcome to this channel, to my YouTube friends. Welcome to a brisk, chilly January day in South Alabama. It's about 38 degrees with a wind chill of about 33, 32. That's not frigid cold, but in South Alabama it is definitely chilly. We've been really blessed with some good riding weather the last few days. I've been on my bike about 3 times this week. And if I had to, I could get on it today, but I don't have to. We are being blessed with some sun, with some clear skies and some sunshine. But I wanted to take you in the shop this morning and show you some things. And let me start right here. This is my father's, I think it's a 93 Chevrolet Silverado, and he passed away, and I brought this truck home. It doesn't run great, and I want to do some work to it, but I haven't been able to as of yet. So let's walk around here and let's go in the shop. I want to show you something. There's the boat. It's being used as a, I don't know what that stuff's doing up there. It's a boat. It's where my wife usually parks her car, but she's gone out of town for a meeting today. And welcome to the shop. A little dark in here. Turn some lights on. But this is where I keep most of my junk. And a lot of these opening and wrenches belonged to my father-in-law. And he used them on his job, and I guess I'm inheriting them. But he's still with us, but he don't like to put wrenches on anything anymore unless he just has to. And picked up this little air compressor and a hose reel, and I mounted it. And this is some of the best money I've ever spent right there. And one of my toolboxes, screwdrivers. I gotta work on that drawer. And some sockets. And in this one I got some ratchets and some different kinds of fittings and some spare sockets. Standard and metric right there. And down here I have my cordless stuff. I used to be a DeWalt guy. You can see some of that DeWalt stuff down there. But I discovered Ryobi, and it's a lot cheaper. It's good stuff. And then I have some oil and mechanical stuff and cleaning things, and some of my old helmets. One up there, my grandson's helmet when they ride my bike with me, and a couple of the older helmets down there that I'm not using. And I just have a hard time throwing anything away. Never really been a tool guy. Never been a Mr. Fix-It or work on the house, but here in the last 15 years or so, I've been forced into it. Doing a lot of home repairs and things like that. And so I have those kind of tools. There's some toolboxes that I have tools for construction and home improvement and things like that. And then over here she is. She's dirty. It's a 2020 Ultra Limited. I traded back in April. I missed my old bike. It was an 08 Ultra Classic. It was a great bike. And but I traded, and it's done. Yeah, it's dirty. Look at this. Look at that. And that's the problem. That's the problem with this shop, is that now my bike's dirty some because I've been out riding it. But the problem with this shop is, even though it's got doors, it's dust. The dust in here, and we're right next to a cotton field, peanut field, whatever they decide to plant that year. And when they plow the field, I mean, it's like just right there when they plow the field and all the dust. And so I've been looking for a way to store some stuff and it not get dusty. Well, I have a new storage container, and this thing cost me $2,000. It really did. But I didn't buy it to be a storage container. I bought it to put in our house to keep food fresh, cold. It's a refrigerator. And it's only about, it may be 5 years old, maybe. And right before Thanksgiving, it just quit. It quit cooling. And we had a repair guy come over and look at it. And he diagnosed the problem and said he can fix it. The only problem is that because of COVID, I hate COVID, because of COVID, it would take him 3 or 4 months to get the part. This was the week before Thanksgiving. Felicia was having a meltdown. She loves to cook for Thanksgiving. Our girls come over. We got 2 grown daughters. They come over. They help her cook. They make it a big event. And now the refrigerator is not cold at all. And I have an ice chest in our kitchen, storing a few things in it with some ice. And she said, I've got to have a refrigerator before next week. Next week was going to be Thanksgiving. So I went to Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere, and I bought another refrigerator. It's not as nice as the one we had. It's okay. It's a Frigidaire. It's okay. It's smaller. But I brought the old refrigerator out here to the shop, and I'm using it to store some of my gear and paraphernalia in it to keep it from getting dusty. And so I'll show it to you. There she sits. So we'll walk over here, and up on top is the box that my Reinhardt pipes came out of. Now the stock pipes off of my bike are in that box. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I've got them. And this is a GE refrigerator. It had water in the door, water and ice, and a pull-out freezer. And I brought it out here to the shop. And let me show you what I've done. Now, I don't keep it plugged in all the time for the light, because the only thing that's running on it right now is the fan, but it runs all the time. And so I unplug it, but this is the top half of my dust-free storage. I'll show you what I got. I still got some bins that I'm not using yet, and probably some of the stuff that I have down here could go up into these bins and help get that a little bit more organized. But I got a little spot here for my gloves. Felicia's gloves are not in here. And then over here on the other door, goggles and sunglasses galore. And there's another pair that needs to go in there. And dust free. Next shelf down, I have some ammo. Most of it's 9mm ammo. I don't have much. That's all I have. And now ammo is so expensive. I have some .22 long rifle, but ammo is so expensive now. But that's some ammo, and I just decided to store it out here. Then over here, in here on this shelf, I've got my vest for my motorcycle club. And it's staying there. And when I need it, I come out here to get on the bike. If I need to wear the vest, it's handy. And then over here is my HJC modular helmet and the GoPro mount on the bottom of it. And there's a GoPro mount up on the top. And then down here, I've got these Harley labeled helmets that we bought when we bought our bike, because Felicia wanted us to have matching helmets. Now, they're not the coolest looking helmet, but one thing I've learned about motorcycle helmets is the safer they are, the goofier they look. And then here's an old helmet that was not an expensive helmet, and it's beat up because my grandsons would come out here and they'd get a hold of it and drop it. And this was a cheap helmet. I still wear it when Felicia's not with me. And then down here, okay, over here in the crisper drawer, I've got my microfiber towels. And even though these are in a package, the reason I want to keep them in here is because and some other cleaning stuff, some toothbrushes that I might use to get into some spots, and there's a radio that I stuck in there. And if you leave your cleaning towels out in the shop, they collect dust. And then when you go to clean your bike or your car or whatever, you may have some abrasive stuff in your rag, and you don't want that. Over here, well, I didn't show you this, but also up here, most of the time, I have our Sena headsets charging. I wanted to leave them on the helmet and plug them into the charger, but that turned out to be a little bit of a cumbersome thing to do because of how the charging port was was in an awkward spot when it's mounted on the helmet. But I'm gonna move these down here for now. And in this drawer, I've got a lot of my GoPro paraphernalia. Here's my cameras. I got them in little cases. My GoPro 7 Hero Blacks. I've got some memory cards in here, some cables that I've never used, extra windscreens for the Senas, the charger, one charger for GoPro batteries that stays plugged in all the time. See, I got two batteries ready to roll there, and there are some other batteries in there. And one of the things I really need to work on is just getting my batteries organized. And then down here, I got some more GoPro stuff. There's my new clamp holder that I used on the last video, riding up to the courthouse, and some other videos that'll be coming out. And that's a helmet bag. And there's my battery tender, which I'm not using at the moment. And then down here in the bottom, Felicia puts a few things. I told her this was her spot. She don't have much in there. I may take that over. But anyway, there it is. My $2,000 storage. I figure it's better to use it for something like this. Maybe one day I'll decide to go ahead and get that part and get this refrigerator fixed and either put it back in the house or give it to one of the kids or sell it or something like that. But for now, this is pretty good usage of it. And so that's it. Hey, listen, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd love for you to subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Give me a thumbs up if you can. What's left? Thumbs up, bell icon, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think about my storage. I'm looking at the wrong side of my camera. Tell me what you think about my storage container, okay? Hey, thanks a lot. God bless. Hey, before I go, let me remind you of something. Jesus said, the thief only comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He said, I have come that they might have life and that they may have it more abundantly. I want to encourage you today to choose life. Bye.